Guys, Jonah here, back with the beer review. And what says summer like a nice, refreshing lager? I'm not usually a lager man, but I've already had one today, a Mexican style one. And we're going Italian this time. And it's this brewery up in the Veneto region. Where are we? Yeah, oh, over here, Castello, which is not that far from Venice itself, but it's in the Veneto region. Nothing else in there, unfortunately, um, as is the way at the moment. But what shall we say? It's not the end of the world, right? Um, and this brewery is quite interesting. It's not been around for that long. I think it was back in the 90s that they made this brewery, Castello. But the brewery is the traditional home of the Moretti Brewery, which goes back to the 1800s, I believe. So crazy. And this is a lager of 4.8%. It is called La Decisa. Is that right? Decista. Something like that. I don't know. My Italian is rubbish. Another interesting thing, which doesn't actually say on the can, just goes back to Castello again, which is not a bad problem, is up here. I don't know if you can read that. Molto d'orzo 100% Italiano. Basically, there's one type of malt in here called light spring barley malt, whatever that means. Yeah, it's an Italian single malt variety beer, I should say. Only two types of hops, Hercules and Spelt. And we are trying to get this cap off. Jesus, these caps seem to be getting more and more difficult. Or it's my dodgy arthritic fingers, perhaps. Let us get this bad boy into a glass. So I'm expecting it to be, well, I don't know actually. Is it going to be a malty lager or is it going to be a bit of a hoppy bad boy? I think it's going to be more on the malt, judging on what I've had previously from Italy, but you never know. Fingers, fluffy white head, and that, my God, is about as clear as it gets. That's absolutely fantastico. Ciao tutti. There we go. Whoops, something like that. And a cheeky grin on my face. Okay, getting a freshness. We are getting a sweet maltiness, which is nice. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice malty grain. There is a little bit of kind of hop too. Maybe this is going to be a little bit bitter. Hopefully, it'll be a nice balance. I think it might be a bit sweet, but maybe with a little bit of hop in there. Anyway, it has been a hard day's work. Well, it would have been if I'd done any work. Oh, I've done quite a lot of work today. How clear that is. Clear. Super, super clear. And the colour, wow, that is super, super clean. Clean and crisp. Cheers and beers, guys. Okay. Not as hoppy, not as bitter bite lager as I thought. This is a more smooth version. I do like the kind of smooth ones. Yeah, it's really light. It's not too sweet, which is good, but it's not too bitter either. I'd say it's quite malty, if anything, but it's super, super smooth, which is quite nice. Yeah, more kind of like a kind of Bohemian style lager. I'd say a pills type kind of thing. What does it say on here? So it says, ooh, we're talking about beer 52 here, so take this as you will. Italiana lager, characterized by a balanced, fresh, harmonious taste. Pleasant hoppy notes complement the flavour of the beer. Easy to drink. Yep, Italian barley malt, because the connection between the company and origins a fundamental to the high quality beer. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. So they're not really saying anything that I haven't said. If you like a malty beer and you don't mind that it's not a superbly alcoholic one, because sometimes malty beers tend to be those kind of, they're sort of autumn winter type beers. That's not what we're getting here. We're getting a nice fresh beer, but it's just got a nice level of maltiness, a little bit of kind of grain in there, not like in a rye or that type of way, definitely a barley, but it's got a bit of that kind of nasty rustic bread. um, Nice, I'm liking it. And at 4.8, I think, let me just double check. Yep, 4.8%. La Decis, Decia, Decisa, Decisa. God, cheers. Yeah, it's not super heavy like some of those Belgian lagers or some of those German bad boys tend to be. But it's not a super light lager either. So we're getting up towards 5% on the ABV. It's a small can. It's a 330 ml can, so a small one. So nowhere near a pint, this one. So you're never going to get into too much trouble. But I've already had one sitting in the sunshine in my thongs, and that's as in Havaianas, not as in Borat. I already had a Sol beer, yeah, like a Mexican lager, and this nice complement to that. But I need to slow down a little bit because the evening is marching on, but I have to get up early because it's bin day tomorrow, which is terrible. It means that we have to get up at 5, half 5, 6 o'clock, get those damn bins out, and then I have the choice: should I go back to bed or not? Sometimes I do, but I think tomorrow I might have my early morning shower and then get ahead of the day. I'm a bit more productive in the morning than the evening on all things apart from drinking beer, that is. Fantastica. Really, really super easy drinking. And unfortunately for you guys, that is kind of the end of the review. Really, really good, nice lager. Lager as a beer style isn't my favourite, but this is very passable. And I'm probably going to leave it there so you guys can go off. Why not try a lager? Definitely sunny enough and that kind of stuff. It's been Uncle Jonah drinking lager today for your entertainment. I hope as well with you and yours. Please take care of yourself, take care of each other. Uncle Jonah will return with another beer review, and that will be coming up real soon.